Hey everyone and welcome to this video. If you have read the disclaimer, you will know that I misplaced the camera during the part where I was cutting the wig. Therefore this is not a full tutorial, but I still hope you will find it useful. The wig is already a bit pre-styled by Got2be with the bangs cut and with his braid on the right side. I want my Hua Cheng Wig to be a mix between the Donghua and the Manhua version, so in this video we will get a little bit of both. These are the things we're gonna need. Right here I have a kitchen scissor, a thinner scissor and my super sharp razor scissor. Some hair clips, a hairbrush and a tail comb, a straightener that is set to 180 degrees or lower, a hair dryer, and the last thing is Got2be Hairspray. This is the part where I misplaced the camera. As you can see, I'm not fully in frame, therefore I will guide you through how I cut it. But if there are some parts you didn't quite understand, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and I will try to explain it in another way. I'm gonna work on the bangs and the two front pieces. I prefer doing that while wearing the wig, so I have already secured the wig on my head. I'm starting with the right side first. I'm dividing the hair into a front and a back section. I want the back to remain straight like in the Donghua, while the front section is gonna be cut in layers so it resembles the Manhua version. As you can see in the picture at the bottom, his bangs on the right side cover his eye. I'm using my blow dryer to heat up the roots so I can change the direction of where the hair falls. Once I'm done with that, I'm separating the already cut bangs from the side piece, and then I'm gonna clip the bangs away so we can work on the side piece. At the time I styled the wig, the Manhua did not have many chapters. Therefore there were not many panels of Hua Cheng in his real appearance. Therefore I'm going with my personal preference. I want the two front pieces to be on the shorter side, around chest length, and then I want them to be in messy layers. And the best way I know how to do that is to use a kitchen scissor or just a big scissor. They are better to work with when it comes to big and thick sections. Since I want it to be in messy layers, there is no right order how to cut it. I'm holding the scissor at an angle and then I just cut it in layers in a downward motion, and I just cut it where I think it needs to be cut. And from time to time I go over it with my thinner scissor. Now I'm trying to add some volume to the hair, but since the wig is in so fine materials, it was very hard to do. I made it work in the end by adding a little bit of hairspray before teasing the hair. And I do that to a couple of sections and then I gently brush it out and clip it away so I can work on the bangs. I will then start working on the bangs, but I thought the bangs were a bit too much on the thin side, so I'm adding some hair from the side to the bangs. I cut the bangs the same way as I did on the side, but instead I used my super sharp razor scissor and a thinner scissor. I make sure when I cut that I don't start from the roots, but from around the middle or lower. I also add some more volume to the bangs, and I do that by blowing the hair back, add some hairspray, and then I just put it back with my fingers. I'm gonna work more on the bangs later, but for now I clip it away and then I start working on the left side. The process is the same on the left side as it was on the right side, but if you take a closer look at the bottom picture, you can see that he also has bangs on his left side that are shorter than the ones on his right side. I didn't specifically take a small section of hair to make the bangs on the left side, I just made sure to start cutting at a higher point when I cut the front part. I also add some volume along the way. I'm taking my straightener and make a slight curl to the bangs so I can see how much I still need to cut off. I then go back to work on the bangs on the right side. I'm cutting the bangs a little shorter by cutting upwards with my super sharp razor scissor. I'm not really a big fan of this method, but I did use it this time, and I cut the bangs a little bit too short than what I had planned. I also go over with my thinner scissor to make the ends less even. I add a tiny amount of hairspray to the bangs so I can set it and get a good view on how it looks. Then I just straighten all of it a little so it's a bit less messier. And then we are done with the cutting part. Now I'm gonna work on the braid he has on his right side. The wig comes braided and this part is optional. You can either just leave it as it is or make your own design. I'm gonna braid a wrist string in it. I'm taking my red string that comes from the costume I bought from Got2be and then a black elastic to tie it to the hair, and then I just stick the red string through the loops in the braid. Once I reach the end, I just stick it through the elastic that's already there, and then I cut off the remaining string. Afterwards, I burn the end of the string, and do be careful you don't accidentally set the wig on fire. Then I secure it with an extra elastic. I have some earrings that I never use that I want to clip on as well, since it does have a lot of silver pieces. If you want your Hua Cheng Wig to look like the Donghua version, you can stop now. But if you want it to look like the manhua version, I hope the next part will be helpful. I think Hua Cheng's hair in the manhua looks super fluffy and a little bit curly, so I'm gonna take my straightener to make some curls. Since the wig is made of such fine materials, it was a bit hard to make the hair curl, but not impossible. I curled the hair both inwards and outwards, to one side and to the other, just what I thought looked pretty, and I just keep playing with it until I was satisfied. But when it came to the two side pieces, I could not make it curl at all, so this is what I did to make it curl. I took a piece of hair and straightened it out, making sure it's hot, and then I wrapped it around my straightener and I held it there until it was cooled down, and that worked really well. Just be careful not to burn yourself. And once I'm done with that, I give it a good amount of hairspray, and then we are done. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this tutorial useful, even though there were some parts where you couldn't see what I was doing. As always, if there's something you didn't understand or where you have no clue on what to do, then don't be shy and leave a comment. I will try to explain as best as I can. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see some of my other videos, feel free to visit my channel. And if you like my content, don't feel shy to hit the subscribe button. If you want to see my cosplay pictures, links to my other social media accounts are in the description box. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.